Hi there, Amy Sterling here with Flywire, and I am going to show an overview of Codex, the Connectome Data Explorer that is built by Flywire, which is a project of Murthy and Sung Labs at Princeton University. And it's really only possible thanks to the Flywire Consortium, a large community of hundreds of people from around the world who have proofread now 127,000 neurons and labeled 72,000 of those neurons as well. And then we've also integrated predicted neurotransmitter scores and synapses from Bubin and Eckstein, and additional excellent labels from Greg Jeffries' group. So it's an ongoing and on-growing community resource. So let me dive in. Let's take this LPSP neuron. So default, if you can search anything, you can search labels or brain regions, etc., and it's going to show you this list by default. So a list is nice if you've got two matches. If you have 2,000, you may want to hop to your stats results. From here, you can load a 3D view, look at the network of these cells, copy the IDs, do a number of things, but let's just click on one of these neurons. So this is the cell info page. Every neuron in the data set has one. This is a protocerebral bridge neuron. Here's your Flywire ID. Probably the most interesting and important thing for most folks is going to be this partners. So you can immediately see all the upstream and downstream partners of any individual neuron. You can also see labels and who's added those labels, and add your own labels if neurons do not have them or if they need additional annotations to them. Here's the 3D view of just these two neurons, and if I go into this new tab, these are the upstream partners of those neurons. I'm just going to go ahead and start preloading a 3D view so I can hop back to that later. So from the cell info page, hopping back here, there are a number of other further analysis things you can do, like try to find cells with similar morphology that's InBlast based, even finding genetic lines using any of these libraries through our braincircuits.io integration. There's a little 3D view of every neuron that pops up on the cell info page, as well as a network graph. It's nice to kind of open that one in a new tab just so you can add more. So by default, it shows 13 connections. This cell has 243. We did threshold connections, I think, at 5. 5 connections equaling a synapse. So in here, you can slide to adjust the connections. You can change your data version if you want. It by default adds neuropil, so brain regions in here, and you can change the different grouping. So we'll just up it to 50 and kind of see how this one looks. So a little more complicated, but you can roughly see it's getting its input from, of course, the protocerebral bridge, but also the wedge and the LAL and the SPS, and then sending its output to lots of neurons in the protocerebral bridge. Now, each neuron is a node here, and you can hover over them to see like a snapshot of what the cells are, and if there are any labels from the community, they pop up in here. They're color-coded by neurotransmitter, and the thickness is representing the strength of connection. And again, you can kind of click to open any of these individual neuron pages to get to the cell info for that neuron of interest. And one other thing worth mentioning for the network of neurons is that you can do multi-cell network graphs in here. So you can put a number of neurons and add and adjust your thresholds as needed. And even download it to put it in a different graphing map if you'd like. Let's see what else. Pathways tool may be of interest to people. So you can put in your source and target cells, an individual neuron, or you can do groups of neurons, and it will give you this matrix back. And you can view the pathways chart, which is going to do a visualization of all the possible routes, in this case, to get from the GNG to the AVLP. And again, each of the nodes here are an individual neuron, and you can use this to find hubs of connectivity, and then you can open up the info page for any of those neurons and continue your analysis for there. And going back, to the partners. We forgot to look at the partners. So here's a visualization of a subset of the upstream partners of that LPSP neuron. And from that partners page, you could also, copy the IDs and put them in Flywire, or perform further analysis of those cells directly within Codex. A couple of other things before we wrap it up. Neuropil page. So you can see all these regions of fly brain that are defined by synapses, and you can select a subset of them and then jump to neurons with their primary inputs or output in those regions, and you can just click these pluses or minuses to add or remove respectively. So say I want to just hop to all the neurons that have output in the central complex. There's 3,700 cells here, and so, defaulting us to the stats view instead of the list, you can see all these stats about this large batch of neurons, and these charts are all responsive. So for example, primary input and output regions, like say I wanted to filter these down, if I clicked on this, then it's going to only show me neurons that have, their say their input from the noduli and their output in in the central complex. And it also includes class and subclass and cell type, so annotations filter in here as they are added. I think in Codex there's something like 1,000 plus annotations being added every few weeks. Maybe I'm under selling that, but there's quite a lot of annotations. They're updating in near real time in Codex. The segmentation again is static in order to keep with reproducibility, but the connectome is essentially fully proofread at this point. This is version 630, which is the version that's coming out with the full connectome flagship publication and the paper package. And again, 56% of these cells have some label, and the labeling is ongoing. And also the work in Codex is ongoing. So this is a relatively new project. It's been out for the Flywire Consortium, 6 or 7 months now. It's like late May 2023 as of recording this video. And there's substantial engineering and design effort going into Codex. So as you're using it, as it's becoming publicly available, please let us know if you have any suggestions or any feedback or questions or new features that you would like integrated that would be helpful for your research. Drop us a note to flywire@princeton.edu, and we would love to chat and learn more. And lastly, I just want to thank everyone who has contributed to the Flywire Connectome. This amazing resource that is available for the whole community will hopefully change the way that science and neuroscience moves forward. And I think it's really wonderful that it's really only made possible by the community members who are initially going to be using it. And that is a very open resource so that everyone can benefit from this knowledge immediately. And also, lastly, again, maybe not again, but if you prefer to not use a user interface like Codex, if you prefer Python or R, do check that out. We have an apps page on the Flywire homepage where you can see a few of the tools for connectomics that are going to be a little bit more programming heavy. So Cave is what you want for Python and NatVerse for R. So thanks for using Codex. Check it out and let us know what you think. Have a good one.